That concludes our public input, ladies and gentlemen, on the OHPA revised charter revisions. You still have Dixie Highway folks, again, if you want to meet with staff, or we'll meet with you after the talk on the board. Representative Adkins, your thoughts. You had brought forth for the delegation a proposed local bill, and you're recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to make a motion to offer a local bill that I believe will make necessary changes to the charter of the Nassau County Ocean Highway and Port Authority. The changes that I have included in the proposed local bill would, in effect, eliminate petroleum refineries, beach casinos, and would add the legal authority for OHPA to construct, operate, and maintain high-speed internet. I believe now is the time for us to act. I believe that the citizens who have petitioned the delegation for legislative changes have made their case. It is time, I believe, for us to move forward with modernization of the OHPA charter. The proposal before you tonight, Senator, is one that I believe is not controversial and would in no way impede the goals of OHPA, but rather would expand their opportunities while they consider, through their advisory committee, what additional changes are needed. Perhaps the biggest battle for this proposed local bill will be the fight to provide legal authority for OHPA to construct, operate, and maintain high-speed internet here in Nassau County. I have received many messages from business owners, homeowners, and parents who have all voiced a need to improve access to high-speed internet. No longer is economic development tied solely to the presence of good roads, water, sewer, and electricity. With the emerging economy, we must be able to meet the needs, the infrastructure needs of the businesses and the families in this county. Whether it's for advanced manufacturing, information technology, or biomedical research and healthcare, the growth in Nassau County must be accompanied by this access. If all of Nassau County cannot meet the growing need for advanced network infrastructure, we will be at a competitive disadvantage. We should take on this fight to ensure that Nassau County has the ability to construct, operate, and maintain high-speed internets in all parts of our county. The challenge goes beyond whether we can deliver high-speed internet to our business partners and potential investors. We need to have the ability to bring this essential service to all working families throughout the county. When I was alerted to the issues surrounding the request for a coal permit and started to investigate it, the request for the permit was withdrawn. I later hosted a meeting with the community and Mike Rubin from the Ports Council that resulted in changes to the Port Master Plan. I also hosted 2 more public meetings to work toward consensus on eliminating the petroleum refineries and other issues such as a special overlay district, access to high-speed internet, and the special charter review committee. I believe that now, even though there's not consensus on all the issues that continue to frame the current debate in the community, we do have consensus on these 3 issues, and we should seek to accomplish what is possible. Senator, we have heard for many months the debate and the discussion around the port and the concerns from the community. We have listened, we've been engaged, and we are able now to move the conversation into a more positive direction. I believe that the citizens have made their case, and it is our responsibility to take up their cause and seek reform and modernization of the port charter where possible. With that, Senator, I ask for your favorable support of the motion.
Representative Adkins, thank you very much for the proposal and the motion. Let me give you my thoughts. I have been thinking about this exact moment for quite some time. I see Commissioner Pointer. We had a great conversation on the phone just a day and a half ago of this very item, of how to proceed. And the 3 questions: Are we in a position where we should review the charter? How are we going to do it? What's our timeline? And the word that we used last time, and I said it several times, it's the nature of a local bill in the legislature. The nature of a local bill is consensus. I think we've reached consensus, and I have bought in on it is time to review our charter. I'm there. I'm sold on it. I live on Amelia Island too. I was the former mayor of Ferndale Beach. I love our town. I love our county. I love our island. I'm ready to buy one of the green shirts because I stand for Amelia Island just as everybody in this room. I think that's something, we have something special. I see my mom giving me the thumbs up. We've had conversations at the Bean dinner table many times. We've got something special, and that's something special. Yeah, it's natural beauty, but it's a natural, diversified economy that allows the potential for my sons, who is studying engineering right now, the potential for him to come back here and work rather than go somewhere else to get a job. We've seen islands that have no balanced economy, and they're unaffordable. The Beans couldn't live there because of property values rising and not having a balance. So I am ready. I'm ready to launch a discussion of revising the charter. There's already things, and I've met with commissioners on the Port Authority as well on this very instance. They've spent lots of times and efforts. I think consensus is with them as well, and by the actions they've announced that they're going to launch a task force. I think that's fabulous. We weren't there. We weren't there several months ago, just as we weren't there with their master plan, but because the community rose up, and I have petitions, and we're looking at them right here, the petitions of folks that say we need to do this. Well, you've got my attention. I think it is time you've got their attention as well. So we're going to do it. How and how should the process work? Well, I think we should allow the process to go forward. We've got a task force now that's going to be open to the public, that's going to examine the entire charter, which again is outdated. I'll be the first to say that, but I think we've got the potential to look at other things other than the 3 different proposals that we've had and that we've discussed. I'd like to give it time. And then if I'm here next year, then I will help lead the charge to make sure that happens, that we have a port authority that works for us, that delivers for our children and delivers for our economy. So with that, I'm on our team. I think we're consensus in the nature of government. It's slow. It moves slow. But we are moving so rapid in consensus. We've reached the land of consensus going forward, and I think that's something that as a community, we all can be proud of that. Now, I know there's be disagreement. I can see some folks rolling their eyes right now as we speak that we need action immediately. And I'm just not ready, or I think if we act too quickly, then we can strangle the goose that could lay some potential golden eggs for our economy and our community. I really think it's a valuable asset. We've got down the road the chance for these bonds to be paid off, and literally millions of dollars in income will come to our community that could do a lot of great things. So with that, my inclination is to let the process go forward, and by August, I'm ready to hold the Port Authority accountable for that timeline as we go forward. So with that, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll on the proposed Adkins Port Authority charter revision bill.
Representative Adkins? Yes. Chairman Bean?
No. And by your vote, the bill fails, but it really doesn't fail. It just says that we're going to put it in, and I'd like to submit this proposal as well as the Santry proposal as well as the City of Ferny Beach proposal. Let's let that be the groundwork for our task force committee. Commissioner Fullwood, when are we going to see that committee meet? When will they have their first meeting?
Hopefully January.
January 2016.
Yes.
How are you going to protect us until
Very
then?
good. So we look for January 2016 to make that forward. Madam Representative, we have the Santry bill. If it's your inclination to vote on the Santry bill, I think I've handled it. Or if you're okay with moving that forward, I want to thank him as well as everybody for their involvement. I think we're going to stay involved as we go forward to make sure this task force does its job to bring back to the delegation a bill that we can bank on consensus going forward. With that, we're going to stand in recess. Yes, Representative Adkins, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And before we go into recess, I do want to thank everyone tonight for your very respectful tone on both sides. it's been a productive dialogue tonight. My hope is that that productive dialogue will continue past when people walk out of these doors tonight. But I do want to recognize and thank each and every one of you for your participation, for your hard work. And I know we all care a lot about Nassau County, and so thank you.
Well said, Representative Adkins. Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you as well. We're going to take a 5-minute recess, and then we will take up the issue of the old Dixie Highway.